Hello, hello,
Hello!
everyone in virtual land, especially Dawn and Emma's channel, who have already said good morning and hello.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Dawn. Good afternoon here on the East Coast and
Yes.
the next time zone over, and the other two, you guys are still morning, so.
Yeah.
And then around the world, you could be anywhere.
So that's where we're all at.
That's where we're at right
That's
now.
where we're at. Hey, guys!
Thank you for joining us today, as always.
Yeah.
Welcome back for the next live stream. Start getting those questions ready. Of course, that's what we always like to do the most. Answer any questions that you guys may have. But we'll also be talking about some other fun things today, getting back to the action. Some travels coming up for us. Not cruising yet, but we're getting there, right? We're making some steps.
We're getting there. Yeah.
If you saw our latest video, we talked about some positive directions being taken, and we're going in that right way. So with cruising, that's where that's at. But we're going to talk about some other things that we're going to be doing, and we're going to talk about those enhancements that are coming, and of course, answer your questions. So
Yeah.
make sure you start sending them our way. Excuse me.
Sending them our way.
So, while we're waiting for those, John says hello. Hello, John. Thank you for joining us. And so while we're waiting for all those questions to come in, feel free to send them whenever you're ready. We'll go ahead and tell you what we've been up to and what we have on the docket. So what we've been up to is basically nothing.
Right. So we went to, I'm sure you guys saw, went to Universal a month ago.
Oh, it's been more than that. It's
Has
almost
it?
2 months ago.
Okay, yeah. So that's the only travel we've done since quarantine action has started. And I mean, other than that, probably doing what a lot of you guys are doing, like taking care of stuff around the house, all those little projects that you normally don't get to, but we had time to get to them, so we got to them.
Yeah.
Florida has been having crazy weather, thunderstorms every day.
Every single day.
We actually had a tree fall, so we had to take care of that. So,
A large, majestic oak.
so that was a project, but
That was.
it's done now. It didn't hit the house, didn't hit anybody else's house, so that was good.
Amazingly. If
Yeah,
you would have
it's
seen
really
where it was,
lucky.
I don't know how it didn't. But we got lucky on that one, so
Yes.
we'll take it. So yeah, that's basically where we've been, because obviously there is no cruising right now. One thing though is Sandals resorts are reopening now. Some are already open.
Yeah.
Some are on the way, as well as beaches, the family version of Sandals. So those are starting to get back up and going. And then of course, like we already mentioned, the theme parks are now back up and running. So 2 months ago, we did go to Universal. We had that playlist for you. Well, next up, I think we should just head right back, baby.
Let's go back to Universal. Oh, but there's more. But wait, there's more. Hold on.
Da, 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 da. In the meantime, you may notice this fanny pack. If you guys saw when we went to Universal, we were looking for this, right? In those daily vlogs, we kept mentioning how we were trying to find it, and we never did. I ordered this online when it finally got restocked in the Universal shop store online. So now we have it ready to go. So that's for Universal. We are going to head back there. We will be staying at Cabana Bay. And just real quick, I see the questions are starting to come in. That's great. Don't worry, we're going to get to them. So just keep sending them. We will circle back
Keep it
around,
rolling.
as always. So we're going to be staying at Cabana Bay Beach Resort again, because as we mentioned last time, it is our favorite. However, we will be staying in the same room that we did for most of the time we're down there, the Volcano Bay view room. But we're going to have another type of room for one night. So we'll have a new room tour to show you guys there.
Which is, they're really nice rooms. They're like family suites.
Yeah.
So they're a bit bigger, but the theming of them is super cute.
Yeah,
And
we've stayed in them before, and we really like them.
yeah, it's really functional for like when you have a big group. So we're excited to show it to you because we really like them.
So we're going to be going back down there. Of course, as we mentioned in that last trip, we're now pass holders once again. 3-park pass holders. We will be definitely hitting up Volcano Bay again, and hitting Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure as well. But in addition to that, there's even something bigger.
Come on, everybody, put your ears on. We're going back to Disney World. Yay!
For the first time since it
The
closed.
quarantine, I can wear my awesome ears.
So we went down to Disney. Of course, we've been annual pass holders to Walt Disney World for years now. And we went down there right before everything shut down, actually.
So wasn't
in
that
March, beginning of March,
Yeah.
we went for a couple of days and had some fun down there, and we have obviously not been back since. We have now some reservations because, of course, for those who don't know, Universal is not currently requiring reservations to get into their parks. They do have a limited capacity, although I don't believe either theme park has hit that. Volcano Bay has a couple times, as far as I know. But Disney is actually Walt Disney World is actually requiring you to make a reservation to go into the parks that day. There's a whole system to do that. It's a whole big thing, but they're obviously having reduced capacity right now because of everything surrounding COVID-19. We have reservations though, so we will be going. We're going to be going to Magic Kingdom, tried and true.
Right.
Can't go wrong there. We'll see our carpet and all the Aladdin stuff over there in Adventureland. So that'll be fun. And then we're going to go to Hollywood Studios because, fingers crossed, there were 2 big-time attractions that opened right before this all shut down, and we never got to go on them.
Yeah, it was open when we went, but we didn't get in.
So the first one being Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which replaced the Great Movie Ride. Oh.
R.I.P.
We really liked the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah, but it'll be cool. I will say, we did see the signage for Mickey's and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and it was very choice, so I'm excited to see that.
Yes, that'll be cool. We have not done that, but we've heard great things. But of course, the big ticket, e-ticket item is Rise of the Resistance in Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars attraction that is supposed to be just like, I would say out of this world, but that's too easy, isn't it? I mean, just next level from everything we've heard. This is now widely considered to be the best theme park attraction basically in the world. We can't wait. We haven't watched any
We haven't watched it
videos.
POV because we want to be surprised and stuff like that. So I'm excited. Fingers crossed that we get to ride it. I mean, we'll see. We'll
Mickey
see how
and
our luck
Minnie's
is.
Railway should not be a problem as long as it's up and running. We can wait and stand by and get on it. But with Rise of the Resistance, they have been doing what they call boarding groups. So you have to get basically like a reservation to go on the ride, and they sell out like that. They're free, but they sell out. Yeah, they go away. So if we're lucky enough to get it, we will be doing that. Otherwise, what can you do? So that's our plans. We're going to go down for a few days. We'll be and staying at Cabana Bay at Universal the whole time. But we'll be doing Volcano Bay, Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure some of the days. And then we'll be doing Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios down at Disney World for the rest of the days. Yeah. So that should be a nice little conglomerate trip. And we're very much looking forward to that.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we haven't been to Disney. This is one of the longest we've ever gone without going to Walt Disney World.
I know. I'm excited. I'm ready. I think it'll be really... I don't know, like when we went back to Universal, it kind of felt like coming back home because it's so familiar. But I feel like going back to Disney is really going to feel like going back home. So that'll be...
Well, with us being Disney Vacation Club members,
it
kind of is.
Yeah, it's literal, but like even just figure it out.
Yes.
Like it'll be good.
And it'll be nice to show you guys what everything's like there, how they're handling things from everything we've heard. Pretty much everything we've heard. It's good stuff. Everyone's doing a good job. We were very impressed with Universal. Felt very safe there when we went at the end of June. So looking forward to going back there, but then looking forward to seeing how Disney is handling things over at Walt Disney World. So that's what's up on the docket. Now, let's get caught up on these comments.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go turn the light on because I feel like it's dark.
Oh, okay. So she's going to handle that. I'm going to get started here. So Emma's channel says, how was it like to go to Universal? It was great. Yeah, it was fantastic to go to Universal. If you guys did not see that, be sure to check out I think Chelsea made a playlist for it. We had a video at Islands of Adventure. We had a video at Universal Studios, and we had a video at Volcano Bay, the water theme park. We did our room tour, the Volcano Bay view room at Cabana Bay, and then we did a full resort tour of Cabana Bay Beach Resort as well. And that trip was awesome. We had a lot of fun. There were hardly any waits for anything. The team members were just fantastic. Everyone was so thrilled to be back to work. They kept welcoming us back, thanking us for joining them. I just pulled a Spider-Man, and Spidey Sense grabbed the light that was
I dropped the light!
falling over. And anyway, so no, it was great. It was great to go back to Universal, and we can't wait to do it again. Oh, John B says, what? It's happy hour with the Hoffmans. That's right. Ja always says happy time when they watch the video. So we appreciate you tuning in for the live stream. Thank you for joining us. Don asks, if you did not use your full future cruise credit, do you have to wait till after your cruise to use the rest? So this has been a little bit of a point of discussion because sometimes they tell us yes and sometimes they tell us no. I think just with everything, basically what I've been able to piece together, specifically more so with Royal Caribbean, but it's kind of with every cruise line, is that they're not really giving totally definitive answers because they don't want to box themselves in. Because there's so much going on right now, and they're having to do back-end manual adjustments to reservations and things like that to get all that situated. I don't think they're really committing either way to anything. So I've been told that you can use the rest of the future credit right when you use the first one, and then we've been told that if it has to be reissued, then that would happen once you complete your first cruise. So we've kind of been told both answers, and we actually haven't had anyone who has tried to do it. Basically, where they used their credit, part of their credit for their first cruise, and then had some left over and gone to do the second one. Not that I can remember anyways. So long story short, or kind of long, I guess, after I explained it, but I don't know because we've been told a couple of different things. It kind of almost seems like depending on the day as to when you can use that. I think if you have it, if you have the number and there's stuff left over, you can go ahead and use it. But they have told us a couple of times that you would need to wait until your first cruise gets completed. Then you could use that. I think it's just kind of a wait and see and take it item by item and reservation by reservation. Team Dre and Bob, hey guys. Unfortunately, because of COVID and the economy, our local oil refinery is closing and I was laid off. Oh no, that's terrible.
I'm sorry.
To hear that, Bob. Oh man, that's horrible. Hope to cruise again soon. Yeah, hopefully. Well, hopefully everything else works out for you and anyone else out there who's dealing with the economic or emotional, psychological impacts of all this. It's not fun. We are very fortunate in that we haven't had anything like that happen to us. We're doing okay, but obviously working in travel, doing a YouTube channel centered around travel, this does impact us every day as well. Not to that extent. For like we said, we're very fortunate with that, but
I think it's one of those things. That's what's so hard about right now is quite literally everybody is being impacted in some capacity or another. Obviously, some greater than others, and I think that's just it's just what's making it really hard.
Yeah.
It's because it's so hard for everyone. But we're sorry. We hope things turn around in a good way very soon.
Yeah, hopefully, once we get past this, and it does seem like there's been positive news on the horizon surrounding COVID-19, not just with travel, just in general. So hopefully we are taking those steps in the right direction. And once everything gets kind of back to normal, I'm hopeful that a lot of those jobs will be reinstated very quickly.
Yeah.
So hopefully everyone's doing okay, and we'll get through this together for sure. Jack says, hi guys. Hello, Jack.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Don says, can't wait for Disneyland to open out here. Jealous that Disney World is open. We can't wait for Disneyland to open out there too.
We had kind of plans to go back to Disneyland again this year because we loved it so much last year. Like we just fell in love with it, but I don't think that's going to happen.
It just doesn't seem likely. Even if they reopen, Disneyland's a very special place to us, a very happy place to us. And while we definitely don't mind, obviously, we don't mind going and doing masks and things like that to go to theme parks and stuff.
Yeah.
Disneyland is so great and it is such a special place for us that we think we'll probably just maybe wait until it's a little bit more back to normal. I mean, you can see people smiling, as Chelsea always says.
Yeah, I love wearing the mask and that, it being helpful, and like I don't mind wearing the mask, and I love when I see other people wearing the mask and everybody contributing and helping getting this rid of. But I do miss seeing people's faces. I miss people smiling. I didn't realize how much I communicate via smile. Like I didn't realize how much like that nonverbal was. Like I use that because I'll be like and be like, oh, they just thought I was staring at them.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, it's interesting the things that come up now that you're not really that you never thought, like smiling, like you take for granted smiles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy the stuff the new things that are going on.
So with that in mind, and also I think we wanted to go for Christmas. We went, during Halloween time for our first trip out to Disneyland. Definitely want to go to Christmas. If you don't know, Christmas is like our thing. That's our bag, baby.
It really
and while we need a little Christmas right this very minute, it's something we'd like to enjoy in its full full fanfare, I
Full
think.
frivolity.
So we'll see. Maybe things take a quick turnaround and we can get out this year,
But hopefully Disneyland will open soon for you.
Yes.
So, the locals can go.
John asks, can you recommend a hotel prior to a sailing departing Miami terminal? Is it best to just use Uber/Lyft to get from hotel to terminal and then terminal to airport after cruise? So, the first part of your question, yes, we can recommend a hotel. The Best Western by the airport. It's on Fairway Drive because it's right on a golf course there. We've stayed there 3 times, I think. Before cruises?
It's always a pretty decent price, and it's the rooms are good. Like, they're comfortable and always really clean,
spacious, luxurious,
and spacious.
Great service.
They have like some bigger rooms because I know we've like stayed in it like with like my dad before, like when he's cruised with us, and so it like had like a bed and like a sofa bed, so you could have multiple couples or like multiple more than 2 people in the room. And it has a breakfast in the morning, and that's complimentary, and it's really good.
It's not just like, here's a bagel. I mean, they have that. They have pastries and stuff. They have cereal, but you can make waffles. They have yogurt. They have like eggs and ham. It depends, what it is that day, but it's a hot breakfast, and it's really good. Now, I don't know, right now how everything is, but
sure,
but typically that has been the case. So yeah, we've stayed there 3 times, I think, and each time absolutely loved it. The price was phenomenal. And now for the second part of your question, we're not as familiar with because we live in Florida, so we always just drive. So we don't deal with the airport, and we just drive home when we're done with the cruise. So from speaking to people and clients, that's the way I see most people doing it. Yes, is using a ride share service like Uber or Lyft to get there. Now, some hotels have a shuttle built in, so that might be something you want to consider. Looking for that, they will shuttle you out to the port and then back, or even to the airport. But yeah, Uber or Lyft seems to be the most common way to do that. But if you're looking to like get in the action of Miami, now maybe this hotel wouldn't be the best because it's a little bit outside. So of the downtown area, it's right by the airport, which is a little pushed back, more inland. But it's great if you just want to come in, have a place to lay your head that night, and then you're in the area for the cruise, so you won't be late. It's perfect for that. Yeah. And Rinchi informs us that the Best Western also has a service for a shuttle. So there you go. We didn't, like we said, we stayed there. We didn't even know because we don't need to because we drive. But
yeah, I have seen several other cruisers use that.
Yes.
That hotel, because you can tell when their luggage and they have the same cruise tags that you do.
And then they start up a conversation. Oh, you're going to you're on the Jewel. We're going to say we'll see you on board.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a pretty common one for that.
Where are you from? I always make fun of that. I'm not a big small talk person, and it's just funny to me. Like that's always the icebreaker, right? So where are you from? Where are you from? Tulsa. Oh, okay. It's just the same. I said the other day, like, I think we should start coming up with really odd and random specific icebreakers. Like, what's your go-to piece of Monopoly? Just boom, right off the bat.
that tells you everything you need to know about someone. What's your favorite cereal?
Oh.
Everything you need to know about the person.
Now, that's a long list.
Yeah, that's like what day of the week is it for you?
Yeah, I could go through all of them. I've always said the hardest decision you can make in the grocery store is the cereal aisle. Because there's so many good ones.
Mine's the cookie aisle.
Although the best decision is probably to avoid both of those in general.
Is it the best decision, or is it the best decision to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to talk physical versus mental health. How you're feeling.
Happy vibes.
Yeah, exactly. But by the way, cat would be the answer for Monopoly piece. A newer addition to the board.
I like the dog.
There you go. Cat dog. What's your Monopoly piece that you guys use?
What's your Monopoly piece?
Parrish says, hey y'all. Hello, Parrish.
Hi, Parrish.
Great to see you as always. And she loves your ears.
Me too. Thank you. They're my first pair of ears that I ever bought. Because I saw them and I said, nope, I can't live this life without them. Yeah. So I bought them.
They are fantastic. Just for reference, Dawn was letting John know, but just so you guys know as well, I have heard that Holiday Inn Express Port of Miami downtown is well liked. Okay. And they have a shuttle, but people also use Uber or Lyft more. Yeah, that really does seem to be common for Miami. It's just kind of Uber, Lyft. Get around there and deal with it like that. But good to know. Thanks for that input, Dawn. Yasmin or Yasmin? Sounds like Jasmine.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Do you guys plan on going on the new ship, Odyssey of the Seas? So, a little bit of a story with that. Odyssey of the Seas was set to have its inaugural sailing November 5th.
Yeah.
But that has been pushed back now.
Yeah.
Because of COVID-19, it experienced construction delays. So with that said, all we can tell you is, we'll see. We'll see. Will we be on Odyssey?
Will we be on Odyssey? We'll see about Odyssey. I think it's fair to say, at some point, we will definitely step foot on that ship. We just won't say when.
Stay tuned. Dawn says favorite soda. Oh, like an icebreaker. Huh, literally, if you had the ice, you put soda in.
Ooh, does anybody know my answer?
I do.
I've referenced it more than one occasion.
There's a very specific answer, actually.
Yeah, everything's gotta be just so.
If I don't have a favorite soda because I don't drink soda.
Not anymore. When we were in high school, it was Mountain Dew.
Yeah, when I was a lad, it was Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
But I don't drink soda, and I haven't for almost a decade now.
Been that long?
It's been a long time. I don't drink soda anymore, but
yeah, it's been a long time. You went through in high school, like younger high school, it was like Mountain Dew.
yeah.
And then all you drank was Gatorade.
Gatorade or Powerade, like consistently. Then I realized how terrible that was.
And then you like cold turkey just straight into water.
Water.
And now that's what you prefer.
That's what I always drink now.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you want like sweet tea or something.
Arnold Palmer, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Tea and lemonade mixed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. So let us know if you know what Chelsea's favorite soda is. We'll circle back to that in a little bit to let you know what the answer was. Dawn says the shoe. That's her go-to piece.
You know what? I like that answer because when you move it, you can pretend like it's walking.
Well, when you play on like your iPhone, you can download the game and play. It goes like
yeah.
when it like moves across the board. So that's pretty cool.
I do like the pieces that are like meant to move. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the dog, it's like ruff, 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 ruff. Cat, meow.
Like the car, like driving it
Uh-huh.
around. The thimble is kind of just like, what are you doing here?
It's like you're not supposed to move. Is there a mouse hiding under it? Is that how it's moving?
Renchi goes with the horse. A horse, of course, of course. And John says, thank you, love your videos. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you
Thanks.
watching them.
Thanks for coming today.
Absolutely. Fingers crossed for July with the family on Navigator.
Yay.
First cruise for us.
Oh, extra fingers crossed for first cruise. Navigator is so much fun.
That's a great choice. Navigator's a fantastic show.
Those water slides. I'm missing those water slides.
You got to go for the water slides. Best water slides on a cruise ship. I won't argue anything
Do
else.
them if we're talking like you're going, because we're gonna put those positive vibes out in the world. Do the water slides early, so then you know how awesome they are. So then you can be like, oh yes, I want to go do this more.
Because we did not.
We
did
did
on
not.
the last day.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean,
like,
to be fair, we were on a 3-night and we had to film everything.
it was busy.
That was go for that one.
Yeah,
But,
that was probably like the most hectic filming session
meet me
we've
at
ever
the
had.
water slide.
No, they're so much fun.
Slide. They are. Best, like I said, best on a cruise ship for sure. Chris says, good morning. Good morning, Chris. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Jack asks, have any more of your cruises been canceled? Well, that depends on what point we're referencing. We've had quite a few. So
We've had, in total of when the closure started in March, or did it start in March or April?
no, it was into March.
It's been so long now. Since then, we've had at least...
Well, we've had 2 Oasis.
Uh-huh.
The initial got canceled, and then it got canceled again. We rebooked it for September, and it got canceled as well.
Yeah.
And then we had
The
our
Disney Cruise.
Disney Dream got canceled. The 5-night back-to-back Castaway Key.
Oh,
Oh!
it'll happen.
It'll happen. Shake it off.
And then, other than that, we've just been kind of continually, like, booking for, like, when cruises are going to resume.
Yes.
Because we want to get on an early sailing so we can show you guys what the process is like now. Because it's going to be different. Cruising's going to be different when we go back to it. So we want to show you how it's going to be different. So we kind of just keep booking, like, an early, you know, like if the... You know, like right now, cruising is going to resume on November 1st, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we have one booked for
Beginning of November.
beginning of November. So we've just been kind of, and however many those
I
are,
can't
it's
remember.
ever how many suspensions
Because
we've had at this time.
there was one point where we put it on hold. I hadn't paid the deposit yet, and then it got canceled. So yeah, those are just kind of on a rolling basis. That's not really fair to count because it's not like we were looking forward to those necessarily. I mean, we were, of course, we want to get back out there, but it was just for really showing everything that's going on. Now, we did mention the Odyssey.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That got canceled. Beyond that, I don't think we have anything else. So we're doing good.
Hopefully no more.
Hopefully no more. Parrish says, we will see. Wink, wink.
Yeah, we will see.
And I'm assuming in reference to the Odyssey that we mentioned earlier. And she says, I'm very good at picking up your clues. Wink.
we're not, I wouldn't say we're the sleuthiest.
No, not very discreet.
So, you watch us, Parashville. I'm sure you got it.
You got it. Marcia asks, have you heard of any Royal Caribbean going out of New York with ship? Well, not right now, obviously, because everything's shut down. But eventually, yeah, Oasis is going to still be up there. Well, it's coming back, and then it goes back up there, though. It'll be up there next year doing that same thing again, doing the 7-night Bahamas run that it did this year. Anthem is still dabbling up there. I don't remember, to be honest, which one's beyond that, because everything's just been so crazy. But
and stuff is getting moved around a little bit, too.
It is. So that's the thing I would tell everyone who's looking at cruising. 2021 is hot. These numbers are record-breaking already as far as how many people are booking cruises. So there is huge demand for 2021. So go ahead and get in if you can is my recommendation, first of all. Second of all, though, be prepared. Be prepared. And be flexible and adaptable because I'm telling you, it's not going to be everything's just right back to normal. I mean, obviously masks and stuff like that, but itineraries are going to be different. They're not going to sail everything that they were planning to. They're going to start out with smaller sailings, it sounds like, on the bigger ships or newly refurbished ships. Things that hit the private destinations, those will be popular at first until everything gets settled down. Then you kind of come back around to that. But as of right now, that is the plan. I do know both of those ships at least will be sailing out of New York part of next year. So you'll definitely have some options. Parrish says, water, I'm thirsty, not dirty.
Yeah.
To each their own.
You know, a lot of...
and Parrish also says vodka.
Well, you know, when I was like growing up, like younger, I didn't like the taste of water.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I always had like Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Tea or
Coke or whatever. It's definitely I've grown to like water the older I've gotten.
Yeah.
And I think too, just like, because there's like a phase where it's like, oh, I should be drinking more water. Like, okay, like, oh, I don't really like this. I don't really like this. And then eventually it's like, oh, this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
like
like it.
you kind of like grow into it a little bit.
To me, it's like I can have something else just a little bit, but I gotta depend on water.
Yeah.
Water's the horse, the big horse in the race, our lead horse. Jackass, do you think Wonder of the Seas will still sail from China as the pandemic may have lowered the demand for cruising in the region? I do. I think that is the plan. I think I got something about that the other day, that is still the plan for it to sail and debut there. They are still having sailings actually there is I haven't seen anything about a lowered demand actually, believe it or not, because of that. So a lot of China sailings and Asian sailings in general actually are from the residents there. That's why they're so popular, is because then they don't have to fly across the Pacific or, you know, across the rest of Asia and Europe and then come across the Atlantic or anything like that. So I don't think that that's really going to change. I think that is what's going to be hot. They like debuting things there, like they did with Spectrum. They did with other Quantum class ships. So I do think you'll still see that. For right now, I would count on that being the plan, and then it'll move on. Eventually, I don't think it will stay there.
Sure,
but I do think it'll debut there as of right now. Again, who knows, right?
We'll see.
Topsy-turvy.
Everything is upsy-daisy, that's for sure.
Aaron says, was going to have my first cruise on Navigator in June. It was a double stop at Coco Cay.
Oh! That one stings.
That's too
I'm
bad.
sorry.
Yes, very sorry about that.
Hopefully next year will be the year.
Hopefully. It'll be worth the wait, I can promise you that.
Yes.
All three of those things. Your first cruise, was it first cruise? Yeah,
Yes.
First cruise, Navigator, Coco Cay, especially a double stop. All well worth the wait.
Yeah, those are all
Hang in there.
Very good things. It'll be worth the wait.
It'll be worth. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it.
Don't give up the fight.
Jennifer says, "Ooh, can't wait till you get to do that Disney cruise. Been curious to see how those cruises are. I heard they're great. They are. We can tell you that. Even though you guys have never seen us do a Disney cruise, that's where we started."
Yeah, that was, those were our first cruises. It's where we got engaged. We had our honeymoon. That's what we did. We had several cruises on Disney before we even stepped foot on a Royal, and we absolutely loved them. And we still do, but it's been a very long time since we've sailed on one. And, you know, the thing is that neither one of them are better or worse. Like when you talk about Disney or Royal, they're just different.
It's different.
Completely different vibes, completely different things to do and how they operate. So yeah, we definitely really want to show it to you because it definitely has so much to offer. We will as soon as we can.
Yes.
We will.
We have been definitely having a desire to get back on Disney, so that will happen.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Like we always say, oh, Carnival maybe, Norwegian maybe, one day, you know.
Disney will be for sure.
For sure. That's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Dawn says, no fare on the pop quiz. Did you intend that, Dawn? Pop quiz?
Hey!
Tonic quiz, soda quiz.
I love a good pun.
I know I have heard you talk about your favorite soda, but my memory sucks. Well, no, it's just, that's a very odd, specific, random thing. The answer, by the way, is cherry Coke, not pre-made cherry Coke. Coke with cherry syrup added to it.
Like when somebody actually mixes it.
Yes.
Like that you would get at like a diner or
Steak
like,
and Shake.
Yeah. It's mixed in. Tastes so much better. You taste the cherry so much more. It's so good.
The Coke Freestyle machines do it like that, right?
Those are good. Yes, those are good.
Not as good, but
it's like
better than.
It's like the best easy thing you could get for sure.
Which, by the way, speaking of Coke Freestyle machines, we will be enjoying those coming up with our trip here in a few days down to Universal. Because if you didn't see our videos down there, because we're annual pass holders, they had a deal going on. It's expired now. But when we went, if you purchased an entree through their mobile app, you can order on the mobile app. Mm-hmm. And if you did that, you got a free cup. And every time you did it, you got a free cup with refills. So
I know.
Now we can take those cups, pass holder souvenir cups, we can take them and pay, like, I think $10 for the whole day to have them refilled.
It's such a good deal.
So Chelsea gets sodas. I said I don't drink soda, but of course you can have water. There's Powerade. There's Powerade Zero. Mm-hmm. There's ginger ale if you start feeling a little ill.
You can get ices.
You can get ices. Like that's the biggest sell right there because one icy is going to be like $4 or $4.50 or something like that. So just to load up on those, we'll be doing that for sure. There's tea. I mean, it's great. Those Coke Freestyle machines have so much going for them. So we'll be taking our cups down and enjoying that for sure.
So good.
Brandy says hello. Hello, Brandy.
Hi.
I like your little emoji, guys. Like, I thought it was like a chick or something at first. I think it's just a little.
That's awesome.
Little person saying hello.
I haven't seen that one.
Dawn asks, what do you think of the MSC Cruise and what is going on with it? So I think Dawn is referencing over in Europe. MSC has started to sail again. Mm-hmm. So that's great, right? That means we're taking a step in the right direction. It's from Italy too, right? And Italy was bad a little while ago. So they're doing better, much better over there now. MSC has started a cruise. I haven't gotten a lot of information about it, but from what I did read, what I did look up and see, basically it's obviously reduced capacity. I think they were running at about... Oh, don't quote me on it. It was less than 70% though, for sure.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I think masks and all that kind of stuff. And it seemed like something that could definitely give us an idea of what's going to be coming, right? Mm-hmm. For here stateside. I think you'll see very similar things being applied. We should know more information about that here very shortly because as we mentioned in our last video, there's supposed to be an update the end of this month from Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, who's been working together in conjunction with their Healthy Sail panel, what procedures and protocol they'll have in place when coming back. So interesting to see. They're kind of running the test over there and seeing how it's going to go. Now, what I did see something with that was that you had to, if you're going to get off the ship, you had to have an excursion booked through MSC. I believe that was the one I was reading about. and someone got off the ship without an excursion, they would not let them back on.
Oh.
Because they're trying to basically create a bubble, right? If you go on an excursion through them, they know where you've been. They know who you've come in contact with. It kind of creates a little movable bubble, which makes total sense, actually. So
I guess the excursions will only be people who are on the cruise ship with you.
Yeah.
Like, it won't be like, you know, like tourists that flew in or something like that. Well, that makes a lot of sense.
And on a similar note, although a bit different, Sandals right now, they have what they call island routes, which is like excursions, basically, that you can add to your Sandals stay at the various islands. And those are very, very limited right now. In fact, St. Lucia, and I know this may apply elsewhere too, but I know in St. Lucia specifically, you can't do any excursion that's land-based. You can only do something that's like a sunset cruise or go see the Patan's cruise. Yeah, something on the water so that it's reduced capacity, first of all. And then second of all, you're not going out into the island and interacting with other people. Now, obviously, those kind of things aren't going to stay in place permanently. But I did think that was a really smart idea, what they were doing with the excursions, MSC and over there, where you had to have something through them. Then they know where you've been. It's kind of, like I said, like a mobile bubble.
Yeah.
And I think that helps with things. So I think that would de-escalate a lot of fear.
Yeah, I think it's really nice that they're coming up with something that, you know, is obviously different and not the way it normally is, but at least it's getting the places open. So people can still come and do stuff. So yeah, I mean, I would rather go with a bubble than not go at all.
Yes, exactly. John says, my 2020 August double stop at Coco Cay was canceled. We rebooked to July 2021. Not double stop, though. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
But hopefully everything will be fine then, and you'll get to go on that one, and you have a great time.
Yeah, definitely.
MS Channel says, I'm still so mad that Royal Cruise in the beginning of this month got canceled. That's too bad. Yeah, I mean...
It's hard.
Yeah, that's what's going on. We just gotta hold on.
Keep trucking. We will sail again. It will happen. We will do it. We just don't know when yet.
Jennifer says, I don't see any cruises from Royal Caribbean that are doing double stops. Whoa, sorry. Someone's commenting like crazy and it's throwing me off here. Doing double stops at Coco Cay now ever since this COVID stuff started. What a bummer. They are, actually. There are some available. In fact, so I know one for sure at the beginning of November is doing a double stop. At least right now is scheduled to now. Of course, that might change. It might not even sail, but
sure.
There are some. The thing to remember with the double stops is that was something they were rolling out and testing. It was very successful in its initial testing, and they were planning to expand that. But as of right now, there was only so many dates to begin with. So I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think it was anything that they scrapped because of all this. I think it's just that there's limited dates for it. They're very difficult to find.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get caught up here. Let's see. Jack says, got our first cruise booked on Anthem, going to the Canary Islands in July.
Whoa!
Hopefully it goes ahead. Yeah,
that's
fingers
so
crossed.
Cool.
Good luck. Good luck.
Man,
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Anthem is so much fun.
Anthem is so much fun. 3, 2, 1, bumper cars.
Bumper cars. I was late.
Yeah.
Sorry. Missed opportunity. You know what I was thinking about when you were doing that? I was thinking like, oh, I don't know anything about the Canary Islands, but it seems like someplace pleasant. Like, I know where they're at, where they're located, but I don't know like anything about.
Yeah, we'll have to go there someday, for sure. Well, we hope you have a great time. Let us know how it was.
Definitely.
When you get there. Marcia says, when you use the water slides, are stairs the only way to access them? If you're talking about on the cruise ship, I'm assuming, because we were talking about Navigator, I believe so. I don't remember. I'll tell you what, if you go and check out the ship tour that we did on the Navigator, or the day 3 vlog is when we did the water slides. If there was anything there, any kind of elevator or lift, it would have been shown there. We would have it on the video. I don't remember specifically. I don't think so, though.
I remember them having a lift for the tubes.
Right, yeah, they had a conveyor belt for the tubes, but I don't think they had an
remember.
elevator or anything for people. I think you have to take the stairs.
I think so.
Don't hold us to that, but that's the best we can remember them. Okay, so we are caught up on questions, but if you guys have any more, feel free to keep sending them. So, a couple of things we did talk about the other day on our last video, how Nassau's Minister of Tourism and Travel said that he would be encouraging cruise lines to come back and visit once cruising reopens, which is fantastic, right? Obviously. Now, to add on to that, we just saw, yesterday, I think? Maybe the day before, where St. Kitts has said, cruising goes, we're open. Come on.
Yeah.
You're welcome to come here. So, good news.
It's good to see that we're hearing ports, like, saying, like, yes, we're ready, or yes, we want, or anything like that. Because if they didn't want, then obviously we can't go there. So it's good to see that places are coming out and saying, and I also think maybe that'll help too in terms of like our side doing what they need to do. If we know that there's something like available or there's something to go to, it might help push us in the right direction.
Exactly. So we always tend to think about, our stuff going on here, our government, our CDC. Are we allowed to do these things? But like we said in the other video, there's another side of the coin. We have to have somewhere to go. There's private islands, sure, but that can only do so much. So Nassau's a huge one, Bahamas in general, because then we have another place that we can go to, and that lets you do those 3 and 4 nights. And now with having St. Kitts, that's somewhere you could go further away if you're doing like a week long or something like that. So that's a big deal. Also, our neighbor has just started doing some yard work over there, so if that is too noisy and you guys can't hear us, let us know.
Yeah.
I think it's probably okay. I think it's probably something we can definitely hear a lot more than you can, but just let us know.
We always tend to do lives when our neighbors are doing yard work. I don't know why it works out like that, but it does. Because remember across the street, they're mowing the lawn?
The last time, because I said last time too, like, we do these in the middle of the day, like in the middle of the afternoon. That's not normally when people here in Florida do yard work. They usually do it really early or really late.
Yeah.
I guess because it's overcast today, but anyway, some weed eating going on over there.
Anyways, if it's too loud, just let us know. We'll move. We'll go inside or something.
Renchi says all's good with the sound. So
cool.
Jennifer says, okay, so I am behind watching your videos, so I'm currently binge watching your Anthem videos, living vicariously through you since cruising is on hold. Having so much fun watching your videos. Oh, well, thank you so much. We're very glad to hear that. Anthem was fantastic.
It was really top bananas. I mean, it had so much. Like, it was unbelievable how much. I mean, we were on it for 11 nights. And on the 11th day, we were still doing new things.
Yes.
It was crazy.
I mean, so many fun activities. That itinerary we did was great. Everywhere we went along the way was a new stop for us.
Yeah.
The port we left from was new for us. That experience, the sail away, going under the Verrazano Narrows Bridge and
seeing the New York skyline.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
It was really cool.
That was awesome. So, glad you're enjoying that. Keep going. It's quite a long playlist.
It's a hefty. That's the biggest playlist we have.
Yeah, but there's a lot of fun stuff to be seen.
We're glad you're liking it. It was really fun to make.
Parrish says they do not have a lift to get to the water slides, and we've been on both Mariner and Navigator. So there you go. Thank you, Parrish, for giving that. That was what we thought to be the case, and now confirmed. Yasmin again. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Do you guys miss the Windjammer?
I miss the convenience of the Windjammer for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with me and the Windjammer is I don't, like, when we go on a cruise, I'm not like, Windjammer, I'm like so ready to eat. I feel like that about the specialty restaurants because the food is so elevated more than what we can get at home. Yeah. The Windjammer, I think you nailed it. It's just that convenience. Like,
I really like, my favorite time to go to Windjammer is for breakfast.
Yes.
Because it's very chill. You should go get your stuff and you go sit down. Especially like on Jewel where you had outdoor seating.
Anthem outdoor seating.
Yeah, but it was
better on Jewel.
Well, there wasn't as much on Anthem, so we didn't get to sit outside as much. Whereas Jewel, we sat outside like every single day because there was so much.
Yeah.
But so I miss like that. I miss being able to get hash browns every morning for breakfast.
That is nice.
I always get like 5 hash browns because they're so delicious. So I miss that. I miss like the ease, and I miss like the, oh yes, I do want this today. Oh, I do want this too. And oh, let's go sit outside and look at the ocean. I miss that. I miss like the.
That's what I miss. I miss being out at sea.
I miss the whole vibe of it.
Yeah. It would just be nice to have the whole thing again. But speaking of big breakfasts and Windjammer and stuff, we are actually working on something here today. The video coming for next week. Something very different than we've ever done before. But it'll be a lot of fun.
I think so.
I think you guys will really enjoy this. So it's not going to be anything out and about. But of course, we'll have Disney and Universal after that. Mm-hmm. But for this video coming up here in a few days, it's going to be filmed here. But it's not just going to be like this on the live or us sitting in the home office like the home office like we always do. This will be very different but very fun. So stay tuned for that. It will... I think we think it'll make you miss cruising, but it'll make you feel like you're watching a cruise vlog again. So
it's what's the office quote? It's not your ordinary video.
It's funny.
It's got a little bit of a zing to it.
So
no, it's. I think you guys will like it. I think it'll be fun.
Cool. It'll be cool. So we're working on that. We started earlier, and then when we finish this, we'll pick it back up. But you guys should enjoy that. Dawn asks, has anybody posted comments on the CDC website? Thank you for bringing that up, Dawn.
Oh, yeah.
In case you guys didn't see our latest video, the CDC is welcoming public comment. That means anyone watching this video right now, if you have internet access, you can go on. There's a link in our last video that, what was the title of that video? The news. It was like news and updates.
News and cruise updates, yeah.
If you go on that, there's a link in the description to get to the commenting forum for the CDC. They want to hear public comments and opinions on cruise resumption. Do you think it should happen? If it does, how do you think it should happen? What would make you feel the most comfortable? They have a list of questions there to kind of help guide you. You can feel free to answer all of those. You don't have to. You give your comments. We just ask that you do it in a nice, respectful way.
Yeah.
Let them know what you think. And the more people that chime in and say, yes, please, and do it this way, it helps. It really will help.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys will consider doing that. If that's what you think, maybe you don't think that's the best idea right now, and certainly we would respect that opinion.
Sure.
But if you want to give your thoughts on getting back up and launched here, head to the CDC's website and you can do that. You'll find that link in that other video. So be sure to do that. Parrish says, it's so crazy. Every single time you do a live feed, there's someone doing lawn work. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy.
I mean, we do live in the wilderness, so there's lots of lawn work to be done.
That's the thing is like, we have several acres, and then the people around us do as well. So there's a lot of lawn maintenance.
There's a lot to be done.
Yeah, and with the weather, the rain.
If it's not raining, go outside and do what you need to do.
That, but not only that, but the grass grows so quickly.
Oh yeah, because we're in summer.
Yeah, it just rains and rains and rains, and the sun comes out, and it's like magic. And then tree limbs falling and things like that. Trees falling, as we had.
It's Florida. This is what happens in Florida.
Why they call it the Sunshine State, we'll never know, because it certainly doesn't seem like that in the summer.
The sun does shine a lot, but it also rains a lot.
It rains a lot.
It should be like the sunny, rainy state.
The sometimes Sunshine State.
The 50-50 sun and rain state.
Yeah, exactly.
With some thunder and lightning and trees falling.
Margaret says, I love your cruise videos. So much appreciate the detail and honesty in your reviews. It truly helps when making decisions on the ships, etc.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, we're very glad to hear that, because that's definitely our intention.
Yeah, definitely.
With doing those videos, helping you make your decisions. We always mention that specifically when we do a review, that our thoughts, our grade is not the end-all, be-all. It's just a piece of the puzzle to helping you make informed decisions about which ships you want to go on.
Yeah,
so,
give you an idea.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot out there.
There's adventure is out there.
Adventure is out
and
there.
And they spared no expense.
They're out there. There's a lot to pick from.
Marcia says, room service is the best for breakfast. Funny you mentioned that with the video that we were talking about we're making.
We have never gotten room service for breakfast on a cruise. We've gotten room service before, but not for breakfast.
And we actually have never gotten room service on Royal Caribbean.
We didn't?
No.
Oh.
We've done room service on Disney Cruise Line because it's free. Now, we gave gratuity, of course, for the people bringing it, but that's included. Now, Royal Caribbean only charges like $8 or $9 or something, and that's for the whole, whatever you order. It's not per item. We've always gone to somewhere. We've talked about it, but we've never done it.
Well, when we cruise again, we will. We're going to do all the things we haven't done.
All the things we haven't done.
Yeah, we're going to do it all. We're going to do it all when we cruise again.
And I'm so sorry. I never know how to pronounce your name. But from Ireland. Greetings from Belfast. Sorry I'm late. Is it Belfast or Belfast? I don't know how to pronounce that either.
Either way, we're glad you're here.
Thank you very much. If you could give me a phonetic breakdown on how to pronounce your name, I would really like to know so I can properly address you. I'm very sorry I just don't want to mispronounce it.
So you can be proper.
Yes. Marcia says, we are sweet freaks and try room service. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
sweet
nice.
freaks, as in desserts?
Cloda? Is that right? Cloda? I'm assuming. If I'm butchering that, please try to correct me. And I will try to remember my best, because I know you're always here and we appreciate you tuning in from Ireland. That's so cool. We want to go there someday for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be awesome. British Isles cruise.
Yes, it will happen.
That will happen for sure.
It will happen.
That's a popular
Pretty
one.
much everything's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yes, exactly. So, looks like we are all caught up here on questions and comments and everything. Yes, like the RCI CD. Royal Caribbean Cruise Director? Oh!
Oh.
Is that what CD is? Don says it's an international group. Yes, it is.
Oh, cool.
And actually, there's usually more diversity than this. Usually we have someone like Ireland's always represented. Canada tunes in sometimes. We've had, I'm trying to remember where else. London. I think Brazil maybe.
I know we've had some visitors from the islands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, someone. I don't remember which island it was. Bahamas maybe. I can't remember. But yeah, we get quite a few. That's the really cool thing about doing YouTube, right? Is we get to meet all you guys, get to have conversations and stuff like that. People from everywhere. People from it has such a larger outreach. So when we started our business, marketing was a challenge. Advertising was a challenge because of the area we live in. It's just not conducive to cruising. It's I want to say like a lower income area, but there's not a lot of disposable income. People don't travel a lot. There's a lot of small town mentality.
Low population.
Yeah, low population. It's very rural. It's very spread out. So typical means of advertising and communication aren't as prevalent here, and they're not as effective. But when we did YouTube, that has obviously a global reach.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. The only disappointing thing is that we are actually only licensed to sell travel to American citizens and Canadian citizens as well. So sometimes people will be watching from, UK or somewhere else and reach out, and unfortunately we're just not allowed. It's not that we don't want to. We would love to help anyone.
We're not licensed.
We're not licensed. We're not allowed under our Florida Sellers of Travel license registration. So, but it's cool. It's so cool getting to hear from everyone around the world. That's why we like to travel, right? That's part of it, is going and seeing these places, meeting new people, getting to experience all those things. So
yeah, for sure. It's always fun when you have lots of different types of people. It gives you different ways of looking at things, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jennifer says, planning on doing a Quantum class ship from Fort Lauderdale in 2022, I believe is when it is. What do you recommend doing in Jamaica and Grand Cayman besides sandals, LOL?
Oh, okay.
Well, and that's the funny thing. Sandals we recommend going to on vacation. We, for a day pass, I mean, we wouldn't say we don't recommend it, but it's... I think maybe not for everyone to go for a day pass to sandals.
I think if your cruise ship is going to be there for like a good amount of time, it's not like a short day, but it's like a pretty long day. Or if it's overnight, definitely. But
yes.
And if the sandals is close to the cruise port, you can get over there pretty quickly, then it might be worth your time. If it's super far away from the cruise port, then it would be difficult to get your money's worth, I would say.
Because it is quite pricey for a day pass to sandals.
Yeah.
It varies depending on the resort, but...
But in terms of Jamaica, one thing that we did before was the Blue Hole excursion and rafting. So, I mean, this is definitely more of a adrenaline, so you like jump off of rocks into water, and then you do like a raft ride,
like tubing,
river tubing.
Yeah. So it's definitely a physical. Now I will say, if you're not comfortable with jumping off the cliffs into the lagoons, you don't have to. There were people who didn't want to, couldn't, and they would just swim in the lagoon.
Yeah.
Just take in the waterfall, take in the scenery. The river tubing, pretty much anyone could do. Most everyone who's, who doesn't have mobility issues and can do typical tours like that, they were able to do it just fine. So there's not as much consideration with that. And then a delicious lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch served at the end. Jerk chicken
and the people were really, really nice and like really helpful and like very like encouraging and very much like it wasn't a problem if you didn't want to jump. Like they were very nice and cool about you just swimming. There wasn't any kind of like pressure or like weird or awkwardness about it. Like it was all like very laid back and nice. So like we definitely recommend that one.
And we did that before we were vlogging, but we actually did film it, and so you can see bits and pieces of it in a montage on our Oasis of the Seas video from 2017. It's like the second video we ever posted to this channel. So if you go back, it's like 3.5 minutes, and it's just cut. We're not talking or anything. There's a song playing over it. But you'll see plenty of shots when anytime someone's jumping off a rock or jumping off a cliff into those lagoons and swimming. Anytime you see the river tubing, that's from that excursion in Jamaica. We reported in Falmouth, but that actually takes place over near Ocho Rios. So, but they shuttle you, of course.
And then Grand Cayman, we've never done like a full-on excursion in Grand Cayman.
No, we've only been twice. The first time was on Disney Cruise for our honeymoon. We went to the turtle farm, which was interesting.
It was cool that you got to like hold a sea turtle and you got to see like all the young ones and stuff like that.
I wouldn't say like, unless you're really into sea turtle, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think it's, you know, I feel like it's okay.
Yeah.
And then we just went to the beach and swam and stuff.
We recommend snorkeling, even though we only did some the first time we went. The second time it was raining and we kind of missed out on it. But we did show a free place you can go, and there is good snorkeling, and you can walk there right from where the tender boat drops you off. So if you go back to Independence of the Seas, day...
I'm not sure.
4?
I don't remember which day, but
it says Grand Cayman.
It's our Grand Cayman day on our Independence playlist, and we showed how you can get to that free snorkeling site, and it definitely looked like a good one. And people were talking about, I mean, there was even some people scuba diving over there, but you could snorkel. So yeah, that's definitely worth checking out. I think there is a decent amount of good snorkeling in Grand Cayman. I mean, we really like to snorkel, so that's always what we're going to recommend.
Yeah.
But
the most popular excursion, far and away, though, is Stingray City.
Yes.
Where they take you out on the boat, you kind of go out on a sandbar, and all these stingrays come up, and I think you feed them, and they swim around you, and you can pet them, and stuff like that. We've never done that, but I tell you, that is probably the excursion we hear the most about, not just in Grand Cayman, period.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like we live in Florida, so like stingrays, we've interacted with stingrays like a pretty decent amount, like just at our beaches. But if we didn't live in Florida and I had never interacted with a stingray before, I would want to, because that's super cool.
It is super cool.
So yeah, I mean, check that out.
For sure. Paris is still looking forward to the group Hoffman cruise when we all sail again. Yeah. Yes, well, that would be nice. Yeah. Hopefully that's something we can do. Obviously not anytime soon, but we said that before. It would be off in the future anyways. We haven't forgotten about it. We hope you guys haven't either. We hope there will be interest in doing that one day. Clodagh says, I enjoyed going to Hell in Grand Cayman. Yes, there's a destination there called Hell. A lot of people do enjoy doing that, so maybe check that out if it doesn't give you any superstitious vibes or doesn't scare you away. Jennifer says, well, I will definitely check out those videos. Thanks for the input. Okay, yes, Stingray City. I did something like that in Turks and Caicos. But the one in Grand Cayman looks bigger and nicer. So there you go.
Cool.
Unfortunately, we don't have any video of that. But yeah, you can check out the other videos and get an idea where you can go do some free snorkeling. Yeah. So that would be cool. Chris says, Grand Cayman looked very nice. I'd go on any Majesty of the Seas if it opens first. Just saying. Oh, as in, because we don't, Majesty wasn't our favorite. I think what he's saying is that even Majesty, like, go on it.
Oh, yeah.
If it was open and you could go, you would do it. Yes.
If it floats, I would go.
Pretty much. I don't know, Majesty.
No, I mean, there were some things to like about Majesty. It was it wasn't our favorite, but I mean, it's not like it was like just terrible.
No, like we mentioned,
it just wasn't our favorite.
It's the thing with every Royal Caribbean ship. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And if that's your style, the kind of old style, laid back, intimate, meeting new people, conversing style cruising, then Majesty could be great for that. Mm-hmm. Go to the main dining room every night.
Yeah.
Talk to people. Majesty would be great for that. But that's just not what we do. So it wasn't our favorite. That's all. Doesn't mean it's a bad ship. A lot of people love it. A lot of people have told us that's their favorite ship. So.
Yeah. But I do agree with the fact that you're just ready to go.
Yes.
So am I.
So are we, for sure.
I'm with you.
Well, like we said, we're taking some steps in the right direction here. We've got some other destinations saying they're coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Cases are dropping. Cases are dropping here in Florida, which is great. Pretty significantly, actually. So that's a big deal, right? Because obviously we want the whole country to be doing well. But obviously, majority of cruises leave from Florida. So if Florida starts doing better, I think that helps. Even though people are coming from other states, I think it's just kind of that mindset of if they're not going to have it here as much, that will help.
Right.
So hopefully, yeah, with things going on in Europe, MSC launching, kind of testing the waters, so to speak, and St. Kitts and Bahamas saying they're on board. Hopefully a couple more step up. Like, I know St. Lucia, we've been looking at some St. Lucia stuff. They were down to like 0 cases. And I think 1 popped up now. And then as soon as they get better, they come off the board. And Barbados only has like 4 or 6 or something. So the island nations are doing really well, a lot of them. So that's who we're dependent on, right? So
yeah, I think we're heading in the right direction. Just have to keep trucking through.
So as of right now, just to recap where we're at with future upcoming travels, as far as cruising is concerned, we don't have anything on the forefront here. Like we said, we kind of have that rolling, like, first one out to show you how it's happening. So whenever cruising restarts, you can bet we'll be there and showing you guys that. But beyond that, we don't have anything else booked for this year. Just kind of how that cookie crumbled. So.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of play it by year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not to say that if we do sail in November doesn't mean we're not going to do another one this year.
No,
it just means we're just seeing how things go.
We have a couple things on the docket, but again, that will be next year. We lifted and shifted one of our canceled sailings, so moved that out, and something else we have booked on the horizon. So that's where we're at with that. And then, like we mentioned, we're going to be going to Universal and Disney World coming up here in just a few days. So we will have. Well, let's see. We'll have at least 4 videos, park days, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll have a new room tour for you guys, like we mentioned, staying in that different room. So that'll bring you some new videos, some new travel experiences. I know most of you guys found us through cruising. That's obviously what we're spending a majority of our time talking about. That's what we do the most of.
Sure.
Obviously, that's a little difficult right now to do videos on cruising since there is none. But the theme parks are open. The park is open.
The park is open.
So
we're gonna go.
We're going to go, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. I think it's fun, right? Going to the theme parks and doing stuff. Good news is, last time we went, we mentioned Universal doesn't really allow filming on hardly any of their rides. So that's always a challenge. That's not going to change this time. But this is a game changer. This is not just for fun and looking fly and awesome.
Even though it is.
It is. So if you saw our videos, if you guys have been to Universal before, you know that on several of their rides, they make you store all of your belongings in a locker, right? If you have a backpack, a purse, doesn't matter. It has to go in the locker. Take things out of your pockets, put them in the locker. However, fanny packs are the exception to this if it is a 3-prong.
Which we had no idea about this, rule. I'd never heard of this before. I don't know. Maybe we just weren't in the loop enough.
We joined the Facebook group, the pass holders, annual pass members, and saw people talking about it, and Universal confirmed that. So, other than the Incredible Hulk roller coaster and Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket roller coaster, because there's a metal detector and stuff, you can't have anything on your person then. Those you have to use lockers. But everything else, we will be able to take this. So what does that matter other than we'll just look super fly and awesome? It means that we can take our camera and keep it in this. So we can at least film the queue, which I know isn't as fun as the actual ride, but there's nothing we can do about the ride. But these queues are obviously themed. They're interactive. There's stuff to see. There's stuff to do. It'll help you guys kind of feel a little bit more in the action, I think, if you can see some of that. So that's awesome.
And then when we go to Disney, we can just show you everything.
Exactly.
Because you can film everything at Disney.
And we will. Disney doesn't really have a problem with you filming on rides, so we will.
Yeah.
We will be filming on all the rides. We'll show you everything we can, everything we're doing, anything we're eating, all that fun stuff so you guys can feel like you're out and doing something, having some fun adventures until we can get back out and open and doing anything else. So that's where we're at with that. We'll be doing that. Hopefully you guys will tune in and have some fun with that. Now, if you guys have any ideas for any kind of videos you would like to see in this interim period, let us know.
Right. If there's any specific cruise information you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be cruises, but like Matt said, I know a lot of you guys are here for the cruises. If there's any specific kind of breakdowns you would like to see, I mean, now's the time to talk about it, right? We can't specifically sail, but we can talk about it. So if there's anything that you would like to see, you know, like, oh, like a breakdown of the different restaurants, or like how does the suite class work, or how
The different classes of Royal Caribbean ship.
yeah,
Something like that.
you know, if there's anything you just want more information on, or it'd be helpful to have like a more of a breakdown on, let us know and we might do it, because you know, we can't show you the ships right now, but we can talk about it.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's what we'll definitely offer up to you. If you have any ideas, we'd love to hear it. I know there's been several calls for a packing video. We will be doing a packing video because people want to see how we pack to go on cruises.
Yeah.
And we are not going to do that anytime soon, though, because
We're not going
anywhere.
Yeah,
And
well,
you guys can't go on cruises either. It just seems maybe not the best time for that, but we haven't forgotten. That's what I want to let you know. We'll do it eventually.
oh yeah, we just figured we would do it when we actually are packing for someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just makes sense to us, right?
Right.
All right, we're almost done here, guys. Let me just wrap up all these comments. Get your last-minute questions and comments in. We'll stay and answer all of them. If you guys keep sending them, we'll sit here and answer them. John says, can't wait to hear what the Royal Caribbean Healthy Sail panel says. Yes, it should be very soon. Very soon we should have some updates on that. So.
It's exciting. Exciting that we're going to get some kind of information.
Exactly. Don says, can't wait for the Disney vlogs. Interested to see what it is like there. Well, we can't wait to show it.
Too.
It's going to be a good time.
Disney time.
We know that, right? We know it's always going to be a good time. Whoa.
It's always a good time.
Clodagh says, do you have a cruise packing list since you travel light?
Oh, yeah, okay.
We don't actually ever have a list. Like, okay, check.
No.
It's, we have our basics that we know we're going to take on any trip, right? Clothes and stuff like camera equipment.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just changes, like, so usually we take our snorkel gear. We actually did end up taking it on the last trip. We didn't take the fins. That's what it was on the Anthem, because that was our first time flying for a cruise. And we only ever do carry-ons. We never check bags. So didn't take the fins. So it'll be little things like that kind of change depending on what it is.
Yeah. I mean, like my toiletry bag is always packed for travel.
Yeah.
Like
mine too.
Everything is always like set. Like I don't
Mine's not
I don't cross
excessive, but
I don't cross real life and travel with my like it's there. It's like ready to grab and go. But
even our clothes though, it's the same way. We don't typically, like, the clothes we wear on, I mean, I'm wearing this shirt right now. We do it for videos and stuff, but
there's definitely some of our clothes that are like they only get pulled out for cruises.
They only get pulled out for cruises or travel, and our nicer stuff, like, we only usually wear while traveling or doing something. So if we're just around the house or going over to a relatives or something like that, we don't. So it kind of makes it easy in the sense, and because we do it so much, maybe we should make a list, though, for the first one back out, since we'll be rusty. It'll have been a while.
Yeah.
Normally, though, it's kind of like, oh, just throw everything just take it out, put it in the wash, and then put it right back in, because we're
going again. Yeah, but this one's different for sure.
So we don't have a list, but we will show how we pack and what we pack whenever we do that packing video, which I don't know if we mentioned. We will do it, like, when it starts back up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's when we'll do it, right? When we... Like, I know we said we're not going to do it until it starts back up, but we won't wait a long time after that. When we can go, we'll do it.
Yeah. And we'll see. You never know with us. We might just change our mind and just might do it next week. Who knows? But as of right now, that was like kind of our plan.
Jack asked, do you think Allure will receive her amplification next year, or will it be pushed back further? We have no kind of insight on that, but I would guess not next year. Just reading the tea leaves.
It kind of seems that way.
I think for them to
but
go ahead,
we don't know that for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely don't know that for sure. But for them to delay it, I think they're just gonna wait until their numbers have recovered, and that's gonna take a while.
Sure.
Because even once they restart, then you're talking reduced capacities. It sounds like that hasn't been confirmed, but it definitely sounds like that's gonna be the case. Reduced sailings overall. They got to get people back on. People are sailing on credit and stuff like that. So it'll take a while to build back those funds. But I think it'll happen at some point, just not quickly, I would guess. Chris says, very good info. I always enjoy your videos. I'd like some more information on the mid-tier cruise ships. Now, let's ask for clarification. Mid-tier, do you mean like from cruise lines, like luxury versus value, and then there's mid-tier? Or do you mean like Majesty is super small, Oasis is super big, and then in the middle?
It's
like a mid-tier.
Jewel or something.
Like, Radiance class,
Yeah.
Voyager class, kind of. more so in that realm. Vision class,
Yeah.
something like that. Let us know. We definitely could take a dive into that. Don says, what you take with you that is cruise specific, differences between suites. Okay, so when we go traveling, we pack what is cruise specific.
Gotcha.
And then a video on the differences between the suites. That is something... The suite class video, Royal Suite Class for Royal Caribbean, is a video we have been saying we will do for, it's been years now. Because go ahead, tell them.
Well, because we did Suite Class when we first sailed with Royal on Oasis. We went, we did a cruise with my dad for his retirement. And we had a suite and it was awesome and we loved it. And we're like, okay, we want to do this again and film it and show you guys everything. That was one of the cruises that was canceled was the sailing where we were going to do that. So we are definitely going to do that in the future so we can show you that, show you everything. And we may go ahead and do like a suite breakdown before actually sailing. We'll see.
Yeah, it's something we had promised because we did a video like the top 5 best things about Sky Class, which is what we were. And it was just a little quick thing when we first started our channel and people were like, hey, we'd like to know the different breakdowns. And we have that information, but we're like, well, let's wait. We'll go and do it again. We'll film like the suite stuff specifically and then we can talk all about it. And then
it canceled, and then it canceled again. Yeah.
So it may be something we go ahead and do. Otherwise, I would say definitely next year we'll have that once we go on the one that will have a suite involved. Yeah. That's coming, though. So it's a great suggestion. Great suggestion. Jack says, thanks. Hopefully it will be amplified soon. Yeah, definitely. Then it'll catch up with the others, right? Because Harmony has a lot of that fun stuff. Symphony has all that when it was built. Oasis got amplified and had it, so now we just need Allure. And then, of course, when Wonder comes, it'll have that all that new stuff, and it's going to be even different. It'll have even newer stuff. Thank you to Dawn for recommending clicking the like button. We appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Looks like we're all caught up here, guys. So if you have any more questions, you can feel free to send them. And you can also, of course, comment on the video once it's over with, or on any other video that you guys are watching. Just let us know. And if you're ever interested in booking something, cruise, Sandals. Sandals is hot right now. It's starting to heat up.
Because it's open.
It's opening. The park is open. The Sandals is open. And those are starting to go because, hey, you can't cruise. Go to Sandals.
Right.
We've had some clients doing that. Their cruise got canceled or they don't think it's going to happen, so they've changed and look to go to Sandals. So we can do that for you. You want to go to Disney or Universal, those are open as well. Here in Florida, Disneyland out in California, as Dawn mentioned earlier, is not open. That's the other one we can sell.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. So if you're interested in any of that, we can book that for you. Feel free to reach out via that travel agent information you'll find at the end of all of our videos. HoffmanHappyTravels.com is our website. You can find all the information on there as well. Emma's channel asks, what class on Royal is your favorite? So we could also do a video of that, kind of breaking down the classes and what we like the most. But just to answer your question really quickly, it would probably be...
Like which class of ship?
Yeah, which class on Royal is your favorite? Oh, I guess it could be suite class.
If I... For class of ship, I'd probably default and say Oasis class, but I did really like Quantum class. I really like that Quantum class. It's hard. Could they just put the C-Plex on Oasis?
That's a perfect ship.
And
270.
Oh, and 270.
Perfect ship.
Perfect ship.
You couldn't beat it.
Is that too much to ask?
I think so. Quantum class is awesome, and we're definitely looking forward to Quantum Plus, like Spectrum already is, and Odyssey when it launches. Those will be awesome as well. I think I'd still have Oasis ahead just because it is so different. Quantum has things and venues that are different, but the design of an Oasis class ship is unlike any other cruise ship in the world. So that's what makes it special with that interior section devoted to Central Park, devoted to the boardwalk, having the Aqua Theater on the back end.
It's really unique.
It's really unique, so I'd have to still go Oasis class.
Yeah,
but then Quantum's right below.
I can't wait until we're on one and we can show it to you!
Yeah, buddy! Exactly. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you for joining us, as always. Thank you for sending all of your great questions. I think we didn't miss any of them. Bye, Jack. And Chris says, my first cruise was on Allure in 2011.
Oh,
that's awesome.
that's
so, yeah,
awesome.
hopefully it'll get amplified and go again. And thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned because we will have that fun little video that we were talking about we're working on making today.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be coming in just a few days here. That'll be this coming week's video. And then we'll be down at Universal and Disney doing all that fun stuff. So we'll have
Yeah.
those videos for you here soon. Thank you guys for joining us. Bye, Jennifer. Have a nice weekend, too. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, happy travels. I'm going to drink some more water. Here's to you, Parrish. Bye.